The annals of history are replete with warriors whose tales evoke awe and admiration. Two such warriors, distinct in their essence but similar in their valor, hail from Japan and Europe, the samurai and the knight. Join us on a journey through time, exploring the intricate tapestry of their existence. Japan, a land where tradition intertwines with mythology. Amidst its tranquil landscapes, the samurai emerged, embodying the soul of the nation. In an era where power struggles were the norm, the samurai became not only the defenders of their domains, but also the pillars of society. Their code, Bushido, was their guiding light. Europe, with its myriad kingdoms and vast terrains, tells a different tale. Here, the knights rode forth, emblems of chivalry, holding aloft the banner of their lords. Bound by a solemn code, the knights weren't mere warriors. They were the linchpins of a system that would shape the continent for centuries. For the samurai, each day began with the discipline of the martial arts. From the fluid dance of kenjutsu, the art of the sword, to kyudo, the way of the bow, their training was a testament to their dedication. But their education wasn't confined to combat. Literature, calligraphy, and even the tea ceremony were integral to their holistic grooming. In Europe, a knight's training was no less rigorous. From the clashing of swords to the thundering hooves in a joust, their preparation was a crucible that molded squires into seasoned warriors. Their world wasn't just about war. Courtly manners, music, and even the intricate dance of diplomacy were part and parcel of a knight's life. Their armaments spoke of their essence. The samurai's katana, more than a weapon, was a soulmate. Each blade carried a legacy, each edge told a story. The knight's arsenal, from broadswords to lances, was a testament to Europe's evolving warfare. Their armor, ever adapting, bore witness to the changing tides of battle. The spiritual was deeply interwoven with the samurai's existence. Ceremonies, rituals, and an abiding connection to nature formed the bedrock of their philosophy. For knights, their faith was their anchor. Christianity, with its ideals and ceremonies, shaped their worldview, influencing not just their battles, but also their daily lives. Beyond the battles and the art, the samurai were also stewards of their lands. They connected with farmers, ensured bountiful harvests, and in many ways nurtured the very soul of Japan. Knights, the landlords of medieval Europe, had their own realm of responsibilities. Their castles weren't just fortresses, they were administrative hubs, centers of justice, and symbols of power. On the battlefield, samurai were masters of strategy and adaptability. Whether facing Mongol invaders or rival clans, their tactics were a blend of cunning and bravery. Knights clashed in epic battles, where the ground trembled under charging cavalry and castle walls bore the brunt of sieges. Their warfare was a spectacle of might and coordination. The tales of samurai aren't just of battles and strategy. They're also of legendary figures whose lives still inspire. Miyamoto Musashi, for instance, was not only an unparalleled swordsman, but also a philosopher and artist. His work, The Book of Five Rings, remains a seminal text, guiding not just martial artists, but also modern strategists and leaders. Europe, too, had its share of legendary knights. Sir William Marshall, hailed as the greatest knight, served 5 English kings and epitomized chivalry. From his prowess in tournaments to his unyielding loyalty, Marshall's life is a testament to the knight's code. Culture and the arts flourished under the patronage of the samurai. They weren't just warriors, they were connoisseurs of art and theater, helping shape Japan's rich cultural tapestry. Knights, too, played pivotal roles in nurturing Europe's cultural renaissance. Courts echoed with the sounds of minstrels, and tales of gallant knights and their deeds became the stuff of legend. For the samurai, life was transient, like cherry blossoms that bloom brilliantly but fleetingly. This philosophy influenced their approach to life, valuing honor above all, even life itself. Knights, influenced deeply by Christian teachings, often sought solace in monastic settings. For them, life on earth was but a passage, and many sought redemption and reflection in solitude. Attire and armor were more than just protection, they were statements. A samurai's armor, intricate and symbolic, told tales of ancestry and valor. The knight's armor, heavy and ornate, bore emblems of their lineage and allegiances. Every crest, every symbol had a story. The samurai stood atop Japan's social hierarchy. Below them were farmers, artisans, and merchants. This structure, though rigid, brought stability to the land. In Europe, the feudal system reigned. Kings and queens sat atop the pyramid, with nobles and knights below them. Serfs, the backbone of this system, tilled the lands and sustained the realm. Among the samurai's great victories was the Battle of Sekigahara in 1600. It was a defining moment, leading to the Tokugawa shogunate's establishment and 250 years of peace in Japan. The knights had their iconic victories too. The Battle of Agincourt in 1415 saw a heavily outnumbered English army, comprised largely of longbowmen, defeat the French knights, changing the course of the 100 Years' War. Yet, like all warriors, the samurai knew defeat. The Mongol invasions of 1274 and 1281 saw the samurai defense tested, relying on their fortifications and, famously, a divine wind to repel the invaders. The knights weren't strangers to setbacks. The Battle of Hattin in 1187 was a catastrophic loss for the Crusaders, leading to the capture of Jerusalem by Saladin. Typically, samurai armies varied in size, from a few hundred warriors in internal clan conflicts to several thousands in major campaigns. Each warrior had a role, with ashigaru foot soldiers supporting the elite samurai. Knightly armies, too, had their hierarchies. While knights, heavy cavalry, formed the elite, they were supported by infantry, archers, and later, gunpowder units. An army could number from a few hundred to several tens of thousands. Within their armies, the samurai had distinct responsibilities. Senior samurai were strategists, planning assaults or defenses, while junior samurai led smaller units, ensuring orders were executed to perfection. Knights often held command roles. Senior knights, or lords, would formulate strategies. Beneath them, bannerets and squires had their own units, ensuring the army moved and fought as one cohesive force. Away from the battlefield, the samurai led lives of structure and discipline. Their homes were places of reflection, art, and family. Children were taught the ways of the warrior from a young age, ensuring the legacy continued. For the knight, the castle or manor was both a stronghold and a home. Within its walls, they trained, governed, and spent time with their families. Their lives, though punctuated by war, also had moments of peace and domesticity. Samurai armies on campaign relied on rice as a staple, often accompanied by pickled vegetables or fish. Supplies were meticulously managed, ensuring that the warriors were always well-fed and battle-ready. European knights, on the other hand, had a diet rich in bread and meat, often salted or smoked for preservation. Ale or mead provided much-needed calories during long campaigns. In the vast tapestry of history, the samurai and knights are not merely black or white figures. They were complex individuals, products of their times, capable of both great virtue and profound flaws.